Welcome everyone to the Goddess Temple. My name is Chris. And for today's message, what Goddess wanted to navigate through is this little understanding of when you're making a choice because it's in alignment with a dream, a little sensation, a little vision that you had. And when I say that, I mean, you've been doing things because it feels good. It's moving you, it's inspired you, you wanted to create this. And then you hit into this little place where it just becomes a little bit curious of all this thing that you're working through, all this thing that you've been wanting to work through, and that's been like a space that's given you the ability to navigate through it, right? To facilitate the intention that you had of the emotions and stories that you're working through, the behaviors, the qualities, you're trying to improve yourself. And you come into this place where you start to realize you're building things, you've got the skills, but it's still not quite right, in the sense of it's not the right place. It's not the right people that you're around. It's not what you had envisioned. And I get it. I know that you would hear around you. You don't know the path that spirit takes you. You don't know what's in alignment for you and what's for the best. And maybe what it is for you to have gotten so clear on the vision, and for you to be certain that you are worthy of having it, that it is something that you will have no matter what. And it's not even about a demand or anything. It's not force. It's not I'm playing too small, or it's not that I'm taking up too much space. It's none of that. It's purely that it would be so much fun to have this experience, to have the full spectrum of this experience. And so you step into this little place where you notice that everything you've worked up to, the qualities and the skills, you've gotten it. You've gotten what you needed for you to then step into this new phase, right? Where you're ready to take on this new experience, this experience that you've been dreaming of. You're finally ready to live it, to have it, to move through it. And it's this reassurance that the choice that you've been making, or the little inspiration that you're getting, is exactly what's needed. And it's the way that you're supposed to go to learn about who you are, about who people around you are, about even the life that you're made of, about how to master the life that you are building and creating. What does that look like? What does that taste like? You started practicing it. You started acquiring the skills so you can have it. And now that you are in a place that you can experience it, right? You have the tools, you have the resources, you built up the business, you built up enough of your financial means, and you know that you are walking into this, and you're so certain at this point that you are walking into this. That certainty that no matter what happens, nothing is gonna break me down and waver me from the path that I'm on, from the vision that I have. No one can tell me that my vision, that my desire is unworthy or small or irrelevant, right? There is value to it because it's a beauty and experience and essence that I enjoy, that I savor. And you'll only understand how to savor something like this, that it's even a possible vision, a possibility, because I savor it. So that is a gift. That is something of value. That is something of presence, of beauty, of worthiness. That in itself is worthy. And so from this worthiness, you finally step in to give, to create, to finally say yes to, you know what, it's going to take me a little bit of time to get to where I want to. But I know that everything that I've done, everything, all the choices I've made, all the skills that I've acquired has given me exactly this confidence that I needed to know that I can actually not necessarily take away my force and my energy around it, but it's like I have the capacity to expand my sights on other things, on other qualities, and to be not only expansive with other qualities I'm building, but to perfect and to um and to rejoice on everything that you're building. And right now I'm looking at this car squeezing into a really tight parking spot, and he's just trying, and he's actually going for it. I'm fascinated that he's going for it, because it feels like that. It almost feels like that, how whatever you're trying to build is, right now you're in a place where you've learned enough, and it feels like you're squeezing yourself into this vision that you have, this goal, this desire. And it feels like you're squeezing yourself. You're learning so much about you. It's uncomfortable. And you're like, you know what? Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, there's a lot of fears and stories that are coming up. But you know what? I'm okay with it. I am all for it. I am ready to experience the full spectrum of it, even the challenging parts, even the parts that makes me wonder and question, am I doing the right thing? Am I actually on the right path? Am I showing up authentically? Am I being discerning of what it is that I want? Do I value myself in this process? Am I devaluing myself? Am I even bypassing my emotions and my desires? There's all of these questions that you are finally coming to understand, that it's okay that you have these questions. Even with these questions, you are going to have exactly all of that you are wanting to have. And this want isn't from a place of desperation, that desperate wanting that I must have it. The undertone of the want, of the desire, has shifted. And you've put in the work to understand it. You put in the work to discover who you are, to know what you feel like and who life is. You get it. You finally get it. And it's this little beautiful place that that you dance with. And this little, I know my lips are cracked, it's bothering me. There you go, much better. Okay, so there is this little desire that you've been playing with, this vision. I'm going to try my best to flow back into it. So, yeah, it's this desire that no longer is a desire. It's beyond a desire. It's a confident sense of it already exists. It's not even that it's just taking time. I'm already living the experience, and I'm so excited that I'm absolutely willing and ready to see how it unfolds, and who I become in that process. It's not just the vision anymore, but it's the excitement in becoming that vision. It's the desire in becoming that vision, that, whoa, I get to do this, I get to be this, I get to have this. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. I love the journey that I go through. I love the problems that I'm solving. It's so stimulating, it's so nourishing. I am nourished, I am fulfilled. I want to go on this journey where it's easeful and it's exciting and it's actually nourishing. I'm not depleted getting to my goal. I am nourished getting to my goal. I am in abundance and power and full full play. I am in playfulness. I am play. I am exactly that. Enjoys pleasure, that enjoys stimulation, that is so excited, that wants to share the excitement and play with others. Even though others are going and doing their own thing, you still want to share and create with others. And so all of these souls, all of these people, all of these things, they start coming in. You begin to step into this place where you're in the right place at the right time around the right people. And it's just you're living your full authentic bliss and beauty. And for once, you've taken all the force, all the power that you've given externally, and you just putting it out. It almost felt wasteful. And with that, you just stepped into yourself, and you became exactly who you are meant to be. And the beauty of all of you is that you're powerful in all of its sense, and that no one and nothing can shake up and waver you from your path and your destiny. Your destiny is, it's not something that's, okay, so it's a little bit of an interesting place what destiny is. Destiny isn't just something that someone had written and left it there and you're doomed for it. No. The beauty of destiny is that it means following your own inner essence. That's what destiny is. And it's the choice to actively practice following your pleasures, your desire, your creativeness, your creativity. This is what destiny is. And so your destiny can be doomed, or it can be prosperous and abundant. Now, flowing into either of these polarities, there's choices that you make. In every choice, in every situation, you can choose to experience pleasure or you can choose to experience doom. The choice to experience something is one. And then after that, after you've made the choice, it's to actually feel and experience the fullness of what that choice is. To actually go through the journey to practice what it's like to have the choice that you made. Who do you become as you step into this choice that you've made? That beauty, that excitement, that wholeness is who you are. And so your destiny can spiral up or it can spiral down. Now, they're both equally you. They are both equally weighing out who you are and how you show up in life. They both tell you about yourself. So it could be that you have spiraled upwards and you've acquired a lot of great skills and you've mastered who you are and you've become exactly who you needed to be. You've succeeded. And now it's time for you to go into this next little phase. And so you're like, okay, let's go for it. Let's perfect it. Let's figure it out. But then you spiral downwards. And you're on this downward spiral and you're like, what the heck is happening? I was successful. Why did I just fail? How did I just fail? Didn't I know? Didn't I learn what I needed to learn for me to grow and expand? You actually didn't. There is something that you perfected in that journey, in that vision, in that state of being and creating. But this new state that you've been wanting to create, you're finally leaning into it. From you finally leaning into it, you are stepping into who you are. And so, who are you in this experience? It can be a little bit disorienting. You are not familiar with the feelings, the sensations, the creativity, the movement of you. So, you're learning that. And it does feel like failure because you didn't know what you didn't know until you stepped into it. You didn't know where you were weak and where you lacked until you stepped into it. And so now you're like, oh, okay, how the heck do I get myself back up again? How do I build up that muscle? You're building a muscle. And it's from daily practice, from daily releasing and rejuvenating and replenishing yourself. And some days you'll have more energy than others, and other days you'll go on a downward spiral for a couple of days. But it's an active practice to step into yourself, to step into your power, to step into your magic, to step into you. So leaning into you is going to give you the power and the strength and the beauty and the expansion that you need. You are here to be exactly who you are here to be. Even failure is not actual failure. Okay, it is failure, but failure isn't, it doesn't have to be a doom. You're not doomed for failure if you fail. There is possibility of you moving back up, just like the whole story of from rags to riches. Just because you hit riches, it doesn't mean you're never going to fail again, that you might never go broke. There is a possibility that you do, because you may have gotten so rich that you actually just didn't have the capacity to hold that wealth and you became greedy. You know, there is an extreme that you may have leaned into and you're like, why is everything falling apart? So it's leaning into all of these little places and letting yourself get to know who you are without the judgment. And if you are judging yourself, for you to find peace and ease, even in that place of judgment, it's to truly get to know yourself, to have the courage to say, this is who I am, this is what I like, this is where I move, this is what I'm doing. And it's a muscle for you to express yourself even when you are not certain of who you are in that skin, in that desire, in that vision. Because who you are is not who and what someone else interprets you as. Who you are is you and the way that you interpret yourself. That's what's going to sustain you in wanting to do what's necessary for you to grow and expand yourself. So allow yourself to be purely you in your magic, in your beauty, in your expansion. Because who you become is that much more powerful, because no one can pull you away from your own essence, from your own power. No one can tell you who you are, in a sense of no one can take away your humanity. This is what it means to be human. No one can take away your humanness. And that is quite juicy. It's quite powerful. So I'm going to be leaving the message here, and I wish you guys all the best. And I hope that you guys got a little something to take away and encourage you to keep moving down your path that you're on. Yeah, I wish you guys all the best, and thank you for listening.